Woof.
Cut out, and we're going to talk about trended credit data right now. It's really is huge in the credit industry. People don't realize this is going on, and it will impact everyone who applies for a mortgage. Now, originally they were talking about upgrading the FICO scoring model when this went through. I think they didn't do that because Experian's not ready. But we are going to have trended credit data. So what's kind of interesting about this is by Fannie integrating this into their decisioning but not the FICO scoring model, it means scores are going to become less important and how you pay your bills is going to become more important. Okay, so people who have, you could have two people with 650 credit scores. One person might get approved and one person might get denied based on their trended credit data.
Yes.
Yeah, so how you pay is going to be very important, and I want to talk a little bit about what they look at. So they look at the high credit, the balance you owe, the scheduled payment, and what did you pay. So, you know, a lot of people feel like that might be rigged, but it's not rigged because you're listening to me right now and I'm going to tell you how to beat it, okay? We're going to beat trended credit data by doing what I tell you. Now, it's not glamorous. It's like paying your bills on time and keeping your balances low, right? Boring.
Right.
Yeah. But here's what you could do. Take your credit cards, okay, and call them up and say, hey, I've been a loyal client with you for a long time. I'd like you to increase my balance. So I want to have my high credit as high as you'll give it to me. If you'll give me a $20,000 high limit, I want it.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Only if you use it, right? You got to be disciplined. You can't be like, well, I got another, I need a car so I can,
$20,000.
yeah,
You never know.
going to the club every night and put it on the card.
There you go.
You can't do that. But if you raise your limit, see, trended credit data doesn't look at, well, how much is the limit? It just looks at how much do you use. So if you use your credit card like, you know, $2,000, $3,000 a month, and your limit is $1,000, then it looks like you're maxed out. But if your limit is $20,000, then you're under the 5 to 9%, right? You're at 5 to 9%.
So you can get like a $20,000 credit card and like only use $10 out of it and still
Yeah.
be looking like.
Looking like, yeah, looking like you're awesome. You're beating the trended credit data that
Give
way.
me a black card. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Right, but then you pull it out and everybody's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's buying. See, and then you're, yeah.
I'm like, no.
Right. So trended credit data, if you raise that up, so one of the things you can do is raise your high credit as high as you can, but remember, don't spend a lot on it. Now the other thing that becomes very important is paying your balances before the reporting date. We talked about this a lot already, and we haven't even been on the show that long, but paying your balances before the reporting date is going to be critical, because that's when they report the information. So if your balance, let's say you're running a $1,000 balance a month and you pay on the reporting date, on the due date, but that reporting date is before the due date, so you're showing a higher balance every month, you are not going to benefit from the trended credit data information, because even though you're paying on time, they're looking at the balance at the time of the payment. So if you pay before the reporting date, that's where you're going to come up with the advantages of trended credit data. So you're keeping your balances low, and you're getting it low right before they report. So even if it's $10 or whatever you pay, the reporting date is a key date. You pay that down right before they report it to the repository. And we talked about that before. I guess you could go back and listen to other shows that we had on it. But reporting date becomes so important now that I hope that everybody takes my advice and starts paying before the reporting date. It's very key.
Yeah, I think that would be. It's really easy. I mean, because you still want to pay off the bill.
Mm-hmm.